This is a question that I bring up on outreach quite frequently with people that I'm in conversation with. And sadly, the answer I often hear is no. I can't imagine it. I can't imagine being led by God for something bigger than myself. Now, when I was up north in the Kimberley region of Australia, I was able to have conversations with some of the youth about being lost and forgotten and how God never actually has forsaken them. I was able to share with them God's love through a different perspective than what they were used to hearing from people around them. We were able to talk about how being spontaneous in your faith is a good thing, and that even if you feel like you're not ready, you're able to still jump in and worship and not waste time getting to know the Lord. And that worship doesn't always have to look like it's in church, but that it can actually be your everyday normal life as well. Through your actions, through the words, through the things that you do with people around you, and that you can soak in God's love every chance you get. Sharing the things you learn with Christ is important with those around you, and it's good to have discipleship and accountability. And this is things that I was able to have conversations with, but there's also so many testimonies that I want you to hear about what God has done in the lives of some of the students.
And me and my team went to a hospital and prayed for a lot of people and brought joy to them. And we got to pray for one kid that was really close to death and was struggling a lot. And we brought hope to him and his family. And some days later we found out that he got healed. So that was really cool to see.
Saya Julupinam dari Medan, Indonesia, dan saya 4-wheel drive GTS, dan outreach saya, penjangkauan saya di Ethiopia, spesial di Jinka and Cinca. Saya mau share bagaimana Tuhan menuntun tim 4-wheel drive di Jinka and Cinca. Kami bisa menjangkau Ethiopian dan juga evangelis, penginjilan, dan menjamah orang-orang di Ethiopia.
One day I was chatting with a man, and afterwards I offered to pray for him, and after I prayed he said he had a dream of 2 men, and that one of those men gave him a Bible, and he said that man was me. So afterwards I managed to give him a Bible, and it was just really cool to be used by God in that way.
Now, there were probably 300 or so people following us through this little community, and out of that crowd came an elderly man, and he walked right up to me and he put my hand on his hip, and I just looked at him because he pointed to the sky. I asked just Jesus Christ, and he shook his head yes and smiled, and I prayed for him very quickly, just a really simple prayer. Lord, heal his hip. And he was also mute, so he was unable to speak, and so I also prayed, Lord, I rebuke silence. And after that he walked off and didn't appear to have anything change, but by the time we got 10 kilometers back to where we were staying as a team, and the pastor had already heard of what happened, this man, from what we were told, ran up this steep hill to the main street, and once he got there he was sharing what God had done in his life. He was sharing that Jesus healed him. And it's just such an amazing opportunity to sit back and say, wow, the first thing that this man did was run when he was unable to walk, and shout when he was unable to speak for the glory of God. And I thought that was just such an amazing thing to be able to see and witness and to be able to be a part of.